Philadelphia. It's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level will be off the charts. Take care of the quarterback.
Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Duke Riley coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Ryan dumps it off to Gurley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
Eagles nothing.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays.
Position has totally been flipped. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it?
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like the little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially where you lose yardage, you sometimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Fowler, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Goodwin able to haul it in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They've faced adversity all year long. They had a fighting crowd to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play. They hit them over the top.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
on 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And he was actual.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
A gain of 5. Brings up
another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
35. Falcons 3. Jake Elliott to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they take a knee. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
It's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Philadelphia Eagles, taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round. Looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here in this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers?
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, but now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you get a team working together, and you get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will...
And take the pressure off of those guys.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. The 20. 10. Touchdown. 49ers. Philip Dorsett. 75 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-round?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And they'll try the option on first and goal. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Second and goal.
Second down and goal. Wentz got him in. Open, it's Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Eagles have taken the lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just...
Hard win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 20.
But the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He is good. Score Niners 17.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. This time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And he'll be stopped right around where he was, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. To throw again on second down. Wentz, his throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up. And we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half.
Through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll try to run with Sanders. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
On second and goal, Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the funny lines, but the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out. Yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12 at the 15-yard line.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Fielded in the end zone. Had no effort to bring this one out. It's
way you can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That's good for an Eagles.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll run with Sanders, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the night, and the Eagles able to push further out in front. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. And they give this time to the tailback. And running 8. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
Brings up third and 4.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say 24-hour cheesesteak shop, here we come.
Oh, yeah, and I'm buying, partner. And guess what? I'm having mine with.
And I'm having two if you're buying. Good night from
Superdome in New Orleans. It's the NFC Championship game. Saints taking on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
For the right to head to Los Angeles for Super Bowl 56, it's time for the NFC Championship game. Here we go. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Eagles are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Now on first and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, the Eagles.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And on a stage of this magnitude, the conference championship, so many early game jitters can happen, so that scores a big relief to a coach.
Yeah, no one wants to mention that in the locker room before the game. No one says, hey, don't fumble or don't do this because you don't want negative thoughts. That's why getting off to a good start is so huge for everyone. The first score in the conference title game, massive.
And he'll just sit
up yardage, but in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Wentz going to try and throw on third. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal.
Right at the line of scrimmage. First and goal, Philadelphia.
To throw is Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Eagles add on to their lead. So the first play of the drive, they strike through the air and score.
A lot of coaches like change of possession as a time to go ahead and strike, and that's what we saw there. Ball turned over, first play, right to the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll decide to not. They'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Wentz. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. David Onyemata in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to... Ordinarily, you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try to...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Enough to start out a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Keeps himself under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play offense, score. Now they...
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown.
Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling it. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a 30 on a pickup of 4. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
To number 88, Dallas.
3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And this offense is running away with this one.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the
Big
passing
emphasis.
game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Breeze to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Will Pryor. Listen, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers.
It's Davenport there to take him down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.